Minecraft released a brand new update this week for both Java and Bedrock, and they're going to be releasing another one in just a short few weeks' time. What is the reason why? And the answer is Minecraft Live. That's right, this yearly show is going to involve a new update, and to see why, we're going to look at the beta, look at previous year's Minecon updates, and also look at all of the hints that Mojang have left, because they did specifically say they'd be hinting what mobs we'd be voting on, so let's dive into it now by starting with the beta for the actual update that will be coming out very shortly, because it's 1.20.40. That is the name of the update that will be releasing for Bedrock, and the reason we can be so sure of that is the Minecraft Live voting. But first, what is 1.20.40? Well, it is of course the fourth minor monthly update that has released since 1.20, except they merged two of those updates into one, so it's actually the third that has released since 1.20, but it will be a fairly minor bug fix for the most part outside of Minecraft Live features, and to prove that, let's look at the most recent beta, which launched this week, and if you look at the changelog, you'll notice two lines at the very top of it. One of these is a rare bug that could allow you to edit the wrong side of a sign, so it's not the most groundbreaking thing, but it's nice to be fixed. But the other one is something which is an extremely rare bug, even by Minecraft's own admission. This is a 0.00003% chance of happening that when you break a sign, you wouldn't get your item back out of it. That is an insanely rare bug, and you've got to admit, Minecraft are really getting their priorities down when they're focusing on bugs that are this rare, and that was my kind of thought. Like, really, are we at this level of bug fixing that those bugs matter the most? But actually, by fixing this bug, according to Zilafan, it actually allows them to work out a lot of fundamental things that were going wrong with Minecraft, so it's a big improvement to the stability of the underlying game, you might assume. But yeah, if you actually look very closely, this is the list. Every one of these amethyst pillars is a bug fix that has released in the last 3 betas for 1.20.40, and you can see that although there's a decent number of them, we're talking about 15 to 20 bug fixes, not all of these are particularly huge. I mean, for example, cartographers no longer offering explorer maps when they are not in the overworld is not a bug that affects many people. For example, sheep which have been sheared but since regrown their wool will now drop their wool upon death. We're talking about fairly minor bug fixes that are nice to have. To visualize that point, by the way, let's quickly take a look at this world from above and notice the fact that this is my 1.20.40 world that we've been building so far. Something that is really important to me and Harrison here on the channel is making sure that we can show off updates in their entirety when they do come out. So before they come out in the betas, we start to slowly gather the bug fixes all in one place, and then we can just cross-check that versus the changelog, and we'll be able to show off lots of bug fixes within a small amount of time of the update coming out. And so every single 1.20.40 beta so far, there have been 3 of them, has resulted in this number of bug fixes. If you count the amethyst pillars, they represent bug fixes, and not a single major new feature except behind experimental gameplay, and it's very unlikely they'll be moving the villagers behind from experimental gameplay. So we're realistically talking about, what is this, like 15, 20 bug fixes? Definitely 20, like 4 or something like that. It's a decent number, don't get me wrong, but if we compare it to 1.20.30, you can see this update included not just 10 brand new features, by the way, each of these platforms represent a major feature, but then also had a very decent number of bug fixes, which are represented by either the bamboo or the pink signs. There are more bug fixes in that previous update, as well as more features, and so this is a fairly small update when compared to 1.20.30. I think it probably goes without saying, and that's because there were 10 betas for this update, 10 weeks worth of progress that were collated into one place, versus just 3 weeks for 1.20.40. So with that said, why do we think it's likely that they won't continue making betas until 1.20.40 gets to the size of 1.20.30? And the simple answer to that question is Minecraft Live. Minecon, or Minecon Earth, or Minecon Live, or indeed Minecraft Live, because they have too many names for their own good, is one of the biggest events in the annual Minecraft calendar, perhaps second only to the updates released the following year, but Minecon is one of the places where we learn about the next update, and that is something happening this year. But what's also happening this year, like last, is a mob vote. So for the first time last year, they allowed you not just to vote via Twitter, which is seriously how they did it for a few years, or via other means, but they also allowed you to do it from within the game itself. This is sadly limited to Bedrock only because of the way the technology work, it seems, but basically every single year, when they want to hold these events to promote something big, they can add a little button to the bottom left of the main home screen where you can see an option to join the world, which is where you can do fun mini games where you can speak to Tiny Jeb and Tiny Agnes and maybe even Tiny Vu as well, but this is the place where you can do all of these wonderful things, and also, most crucially of all, vote vote on the next mob. So last year we had to vote between the Sniffer, the Tough Golem, and this guy, the blue one that didn't win, the Rascal. He's just not very good at winning things despite being blue, which is really quite depressing. But yeah, this is actually a thing that you are able to do. Pick between these 3 mobs, and if you picked the wrong one, then sorry, your vote doesn't matter. But if you picked the right one, then oh yeah, you have a really useful mob in the game right now. You must feel real proud of yourself. But point to be is that you get to pick what is coming to Minecraft with these mob votes, and these have to be added to the game, or at least the supporting infrastructure does. The last 2 updates, the last 2 times we've seen this at least, have been for 1.20, the Tales and Trails Special World, and this Minecraft Live event from last year. So it's almost a guarantee that they'll be doing the same this year. In fact, it's almost it's basically 100% a guarantee, because they specifically mention you'll be able to vote from within Minecraft Bedrock itself. For Java players, you vote from the launcher because, again, they're a little bit more cautious of how they touch Minecraft Java in interesting ways. But yeah, that means that you'll be able to vote for the next 3 mobs, which won't be these 3, but instead an entirely different 3 inside of the game because of this update. And so we know that all of those other features and bug fixes are going to have to release soon if they want to release it in time for Minecraft Live, which is why I imagine we'll be seeing 1.20.50 start its beta soon, but you know, that's a whole nother point. What I also think we'll be able to say soon is that, yeah, there will be a whole new world to explore with silly little mini games, and look at this, you get Arena Jeb if you really want it. Sorry, this is some weird copy of the world that I cannot resist exploring and questioning, like, you know, how did they make the campfire look so good? Is that a real campfire? Something just looks especially great about this, right? But yeah, so yeah, they will be doing some weird things, and if nothing else, it's a great way to get a little bit of build inspiration about what you could build in your Minecraft world if you had beautiful skyboxes like this one. Seriously, I absolutely love looking around this thing. And you know what else I love looking around? The next mob vote. Obviously, there is a big question of what they are going to add inside of it, and so what, you know, like what mobs will we be voting on? Minecraft did say when they announced there was going to be a mob vote that they would be dropping some sneaky hints, and so what sneaky hints have we seen so far? Let's go through them now, because unlike last year where we had a full leak, so far, even though no doubt this beta does contain some minor information about the next 3 mobs, I mean it has to if the world's going to be in there, we haven't seen any leaks yet, but instead we're just going off the hints, and they're pretty small so far, so let's go through them one by one right now. So when Mojang said they'd be putting some sneaky hints out there, they did specifically say they'd be doing so via articles. However, when you look at the articles they put out since that one, there have been 7 of these. 4 are about specific Minecraft updates, so we can discount those. 1 of these is about Minecraft Legends, we can discount that, and so there is only 1 about their new lo-fi melodies. This is a pretty cool thing Minecraft's done, including, by the way, a brand new remix of Relic. But yeah, unless this is going to be a new mob that enjoys music, it's probably not about this. Instead, we can maybe assume that because they have an article about bees, that maybe this article has some hints in there, but the best we can find is that there are about 20,000 different species, which can be divided into 4 different groups, and so, you know, maybe unless they're saying they're going to add more bees, or maybe, like they, you know, double down on their point when they added bees, that they're vital to agriculture. About a third of the human food supply depends on pollination by insects, birds, and bats, most of which is done by bees. They're saying bees are really important, and we should add more important mobs to Minecraft, like insects, birds, and bats. Right now, we only have bats and a lot of insects, but we don't have many birds, just the parrot, which also showed up in the music, so maybe, just maybe, it's some form of new bird. But what I think is a more likely hint, even though it's a very on-the-nose one, is one we heard from Minecraft Live, where they separately did confirm that we would be seeing the Minecraft Live mobs in early October.
Duckies. Get these dates in your calendars. We'll be revealing the mobs you can vote for in Minecraft Live during the first week of October, right here on our YouTube channel.
They also had this funny segment where they saw this viral TikTok that had 50 million views of geese playing Minecraft, and then they said, what if we add ducks to the game? And although this was probably meant in a light-hearted way, what if this is a real hint? I do think that is likely, but I also think that if it's something they're willing to go so brazenly with, either it's going to be some weird variant of a duck, or the duck is going to be part of the next update in its own right. In the same way they released the Buzzy Bees update, they want to maybe make the Ducky Ducks update, which honestly sounds ridiculous, but I'm all here for it. I want to see the Loosey Goosey update, where they remind us of just how important geese are to everyone's atmosphere. You know, fun fact, geese are the most important animal in the animal kingdom, and that is not something that I just read that was written by a goose. Something also that you might find important to know is that obviously 1.20.40 is going to be releasing fairly soon, and obviously it's going to include quite a few bug fixes, so no matter what you think about the Minecraft Live mob vote, which is being revealed the week after next, by the way, it's surely going to be good news for everyone. For now though, All I know is I really enjoy these dumb duck hints. I really do enjoy this idea of the next update maybe including them, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Consider subscribing to the channel if you really want to stay up to date with your Minecraft news, including the newest hints on these Minecraft Live mobs, and also a fun reminder that if you want to get any purchase on Xbox or Nintendo platforms and you hate the kind of interface of having to manually input your credit card details there, you can buy an Xbox gift card or a Nintendo gift card on Amazon and they just send you the code right after you do so. It's really, really handy and also is a way to support the channel. So consider clicking that link and purchasing a gift card or anything else if you want to support the channel. And for now, I hope you enjoyed this video because I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.